Good evening, everyone.
Welcome to our Facebook Live event. We are here with the Sleeved Chef.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you this evening. Thank you for tuning in.
My name is Jana Wolff. I am the registered dietitian and the director of nutrition at GBMC's Comprehensive Obesity Management Program. Tonight we are doing something really exciting for me personally because I see a lot of you guys at my classes, at my individual classes when we talk, and everyone wants to try the cauliflower stuff, right? So I have actually not explored all of the cauliflower options out there. But you can do rice, you can do pizza, you can do mash, you can do basically any of your starches within the cauliflower format. So tonight, what are we going to do?
So this evening, everyone, good evening, by the way. It's great to see everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We are coming to you from the beautiful WMAR ABC2 studios.
Thank you.
Here in beautiful Baltimore, Maryland. A big shout out to them. So tonight's dish, we're going to be preparing a chicken fried cauliflower rice. So you've probably heard cauliflower rice before. It's really popular right now. As Jana was saying before, cauliflower is a great way to substitute in place of rice, in place of pizza. It's got a lot of that same starchy quality, specifically for pizza, because it'll actually bind and hold together, which is what the starch is doing for rice and what you're seeing in pizza dough as well. So cauliflower rice is actually a very straightforward process to make. So we've got our head of cauliflower here. You can find this at any grocery store. The first thing we want to do is we just want to start by chopping off, removing our stem, and then we are going to actually cut it into florets is what we want. So you want to be very, very careful here with your florets.
Now what's nice is that Mike is showing us how to make it at home, but you can also get these what's called rice cauliflower at like Trader Joe's, Wegmans. I know a bunch of places have them now. So you can get them already, chopped up, ground up, and basically do whatever you'd like with them. What's nice about cauliflower is it's also high in basically most of our vitamins and minerals. We have vitamin C, K, B6, and folate. It's also a really, really good source of fiber. So anyone, and I know you're out there, that needs extra fiber, go ahead and eat cauliflower. It's a great fiber supplement instead of taking something like Benefiber and Metamucil, okay?
As much as we all enjoy Benefiber and Metamucil, guys. As much as we enjoy it.
I know. And, by the way, that the white pigment, it's actually a pigment. So that is what your anti-inflammatory, cardiovascular benefits come from. It's the actual pigment. And I know it's white, but it's still worth something, right?
Interesting.
It's called anthocyanin.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. So, on to the cooking here, guys. So check this out. So what we want to do, see these little florets? You can see here, you got these little florets of the cauliflower. You got to pull them back. Either you can put them off like this, or you can do is you can use your knife and very carefully go through and hold the cauliflower away from you. Obviously, you don't want to put too much pressure. And just very carefully chop these stems off.
Can you use the big hunk at the bottom?
I would actually suggest not using this, only because you want more of the florets, less of the stems.
Okay.
That's really a key to making this dish good. So again, you don't have to be you don't want a lot of stem, but you don't have to be too specific here.
Oh, because it's not going to crumble as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
So then we'll just kind of cut the bigger pieces before we put it in our RoboQ. So this is food processor RoboQ, your standard issue. You can do it with a small one, you can do it with a large one. Again, that's all a matter of preference. I prefer larger RoboQs myself. Holds more. So it's going through, chopping up our cauliflower here. And we'll start putting our cauliflower into our RoboQ. All right, so pop these guys in. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment.
And I saw a couple people did join already, so that's great. Thank you for joining.
Yes, thank you so much, everybody.
And
great
if you do have comments, like Mike said, just throw them on Facebook. Everyone wants to hear it. Everyone's thinking it, so just throw them on Facebook. Now, I was reading that freezing is the best way to keep this fresh.
Yes, I would only recommend freezing for a very short period of time, though. You don't want to hold it because the longer it sits and frozen, the longer it's frozen, the quality is going to deteriorate more and more. So you really want to buy the amount you intend to use and then use that. So, cauliflower rice here. Hey, we're doing it live, guys. Anything can happen. So for our cauliflower rice here, you'll notice I'm using a spatula here to scrape around the side of the RoboCube. Very important. What I'm doing is I'm actually searching around for these larger pieces and freeing them up. Again, we're live. All right.
Okay.
Good.
Hello, Lynette.
Hi, Lynette. Good to see you.
And hello, Zumba. You guys got any questions? Just let us know.
So see here, everybody, this is what we're looking for. See this consistency? You've got this little flaky, this is what you're looking for right here. Save yourself a little bit of money, buy the cauliflower, and do it yourself. Store-bought will always be a little bit more expensive because we're doing it for you, so there's actually some labor costs there. If you can do it yourself, highly recommend it. So we don't need a lot, we need about a cup of cauliflower rice for our dish this evening. Definitely want to avoid any large pieces.
So you're just getting the last of those.
Yep. Final touch off here. Ah, there we go. That looks good.
That does look good.
Yeah, it does. All right. So again, just use your spatula, carefully lift it out of here. You only need a cup. So there we go. All right, this looks wonderful. All right, here we are.
And cauliflower is one of those vegetables that have minimal calories, negligible.
Exactly.
So what's nice is that you're going to get the protein from the chicken, or whatever protein you choose. So you can do this with what? Shrimp, beef, pork. Just as long as they're the lean ones, it's great.
Exactly. That's a great point, Jana. Anytime you want to think about substitution, that's really sort of the theme of tonight's show. It's all about substitution. Is how can I take a dish? I loved pre-op. I loved chicken fried rice. I loved it. I'd have it for dinner Friday evenings. It was great. I'd get a big quart of it. I'd eat the whole thing, unfortunately.
Yep.
C'est la vie, that's life. So I learned post-op, what can I do that brings back that same flavor profile and those same things I loved pre-op that I can still do post-op? That's sort of a big theme here, guys, is that you're not sacrificing a lot. You're making small changes that are going to benefit you tremendously in the end.
Yeah, because you got to think about what you can eat, not what you cannot eat.
Such a good point.
Because you will be depressed for a very long time until you realize, oh, I can't eat all of these things. You know, so I do recommend that all patients get creative. You know, try these substitutions. We talk about a lot of them in class, like the spaghetti squash for pasta or the zucchini noodles for pasta. Even strips of like eggplant and zucchini for like a casserole. You could basically make like a lasagna out of it. You could take cauliflower and make mac and cheese out of it, right?
Precisely.
So,
I'm just going to watch my heat in my pan here.
yeah. So see what you like. Get creative. You know, and there's lots of websites. Google is a beautiful thing. Pinterest is a beautiful thing. And even GBMC has its own Pinterest page. So you can visit that as well.
It's a very good point. It's a very, very good point.
All right, let's see what you got going on with the chicken.
For our chicken, so this is one of the key things. What I was saying, one of the things I was chatting with Jana about pre-show is the idea of this dish is what's called a la minute. So it's meant to be made very quickly. So it literally translates to in a minute. So it's meant to be made very quickly, and that's why you're cutting everything up ahead of time. Everything is being cut very thin, very small. We're going to do the same thing with our chicken.
Area,
exactly.
Right?
Yep.
So
More,
it cooks quickly.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Surface area.
Yeah.
For the win.
And it's also fun to say a la minute.
A la minute, exactly. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to very carefully put our hand on the top of the chicken. We're actually going to butterfly our chicken. So we're going to put our hand on top of the chicken, take our knife, and we're going to very carefully go right into the middle of the chicken here. Right in the middle, very, very carefully with your hand, hand on top, being very, very slowly, and your chicken should just fold right out, just like that. All right, now we're doing that to increase the surface area and reduce the overall size. So again, it'll cook more quickly. So this is a 4-ounce chicken breast. We've removed all the skin. Keep in mind that's where a lot of the fat is from your chicken breast.
Mm-hmm.
What's our protein here, Jana?
Our protein is about 20 to 30 grams, which is, you know, when you measure out protein on a scale, 1 ounce is about 7 grams of protein. So you can do the math, you know, 3 ounces is going to be about 21 grams. 4 ounces is going to be about 28 grams.
I love that. That's such a,
Isn't it fun?
Guys, think about that. Think about how easy that is. Say that again. One more time.
Yes,
Please.
okay.
It's so important.
1 ounce is about 7 grams of protein. So if you do 3 ounces, like we say in class, do 3 to 4 ounces, 3 ounces is 21 grams of protein. 4 ounces is around 28 grams of protein. So you might have to bust out those multiplication tables again, but guess what? Review is review. It's good for your brain.
Or you can ask Siri.
Yeah, that too. But also I was thinking, you know, we do have some vegetarians in the group, right?
We do.
So what do we do with that? I would recommend, now everyone gets nervous about tofu.
They do.
And tempeh.
They do.
Okay? And
no need to be nervous, guys.
No need, because guess what? It takes the flavor of whatever you cook it in.
It's very
okay?
true.
So,
I was going to say.
yeah. What's going on over there?
All right, so for our chicken here, what we did, in order to cook very quickly, we sliced it very thin on a bias, like this. So you've got more of it. It looks like you've got more here. And we're going to cook very, very quickly.
Okay.
All right, so without further ado here, let's get rocking.
And the stuff that he's using right now, sesame oil, soy sauce, this is going to taste exactly like what you get at the Chinese food place.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
Yep,
I was
exactly.
blown away when someone cooked me Chinese food for the first time, and it tasted even better than the Chinese food restaurant. So, explain to us sesame oil, because it's a strong taste, and I feel like they need to know about it.
Yeah, so sesame oil is exactly that. So it's a little nuttier than you're traditionally used to in an oil. I love it. It's just, again, from sesames, just nutty and a little bit more robust,
so
but
good.
it's very, very good.
Yeah, you don't even need a lot of it because it has such a nice, strong flavor profile.
Exactly. All right, so we're going to do about a teaspoon of sesame oil here right in our pan. Here we go. We're going to add
Nice.
our veg in. And again, you'll see, guys, the process is going to go very, very quickly. And you'll start to get really aromatic in here really quickly. Smell that? Yeah. Mindy's working on getting the smell-o-vision installed, everybody. Don't worry. If you have any questions about the food, please feel free to chime in. We are always welcome to questions.
And what I want to mention, just like, because I feel like these are secrets of the trade, this onion, celery, and carrot mixture is called a mirepoix.
Exactly. It's a
And we
miracle.
were
Yep.
just talking about this before we went on.
Jana and I actually talked pre-show and we talked post-show, guys.
Yes, we're friends.
We are.
Oh, we're taking a picture.
We are.
Okay. So this gives a really good flavor profile to the whole dish.
And you'll start to smell it, guys. You get that, it starts to get really aromatic really quickly in here.
Yeah, that's gonna get in my hair.
So an important thing.
Can't wait. It's good though. I love it.
It's gonna get in my hair too.
I know.
This is the struggle
The
that we
joy
go
of
through.
cooking, though.
The joy of cooking is that you get to smell like it later on.
Yes.
Think about that, guys. All right, so we got a little salt, a little pepper. Again, this dish is meant to be cooked very, very quickly.
Okay.
Our chicken's
We're
going
ready.
to go in next.
Oh, what dry seasonings did the chef use? Ask Zumba.
What dry seasonings did I use?
Yeah.
Really, the only dry seasonings in this dish are salt and pepper.
That's it?
Those are our primary dry seasonings. Oh, yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yes, believe it or not, indeed. All right, so we're going to go for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes in our oil. We're going to pop in our chicken next.
Now, Dominic.
Hey, Dominic.
Yeah, he just mentioned that he just got the surgery very recently.
Oh, okay.
So,
Awesome, man. Welcome.
congrats.
Welcome. We're so happy for you.
I am really excited for you too because I worked with you, so I'm happy about that. But yes, he did mention something that he was going to have to wait for a little while to actually eat this, right?
Yep.
Because you have your diet progression.
Yep. Let me tell you, it's well worth it.
Yes.
Well worth it.
And by the way, you know that diet progression is required, right? I call it my nutrition prescription.
Look out.
Yes.
It's very, very important. Yeah, and that's such a key option here, guys, is that it's your journey. Remember that. Your journey is unique. You've got this, GBMC does do such a great job of setting the table for you. They really do. They set the table for you. You've got the foundation, you've got diet progression, you've got here's how much protein I should be eating, here's how much water I should be drinking, here are the vitamins I should be, and that's great. It streamlines the process. It really sets you up for success. And so you're welcome. So the only thing I would mention is that, again, it's your journey. So if you like me, I love spicy food. I love it. I loved it before, pre-op, and I loved it post-op. However, it took me about 6 months before my stomach could really handle anything really spicy. And again, I slowly worked up to it. So I would say that, in that regard, figure out something that's that same preference for you. And you may notice that you may not like what you liked before, and that's okay.
Yeah, sometimes the taste buds do change slightly.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But thinking back now, aren't you happy you waited?
Oh, I'm so happy I waited.
Because, and that's
so
what, remember, some of those intolerances to certain foods, all you have to do is wait it out a little bit, and then you can probably pull it back in, when you're ready. And
Absolutely.
you can make very healthy food with spice, as spicy. So it doesn't really matter. You can bring it back eventually.
That's a great point. Yep, exactly. And the only thing I would note is just bring it back slowly. That's the key.
All right. Michelle, thank you for joining us.
Hey, how are you, Michelle?
And how long do you cook the dish for?
That's a great question. So this dish is meant to be prepared very, very quickly, again, like I had said. So our vegetables went in for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. Real quick to that point about being meant to be prepared very quickly, you want to prep as much as you can ahead of time. You want to cut your chicken up ahead of time. You want to cut your cauliflower rice up ahead of time. You want to cut your vegetables up ahead of time. You want to get everything ready so that once everything is ready, you can go right into your pan and you can just get cooking.
Yeah, you could do that the night before, so when you get home from work,
Absolutely.
It's already in the Tupperware, ready for you to just throw right in.
Absolutely. That's a great point, Jen.
Because I know that everyone is tired after work.
I know I am.
Yes.
So
we got Kathy.
Hey, Kathy, how are you? So we're cooking our veg for about 1 to 2 minutes over medium heat, and then we're also cooking our chicken again for about another 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. So one really important thing to note with cauliflower rice, you may hear the term rice, and you may say, well, I should just cook it like rice. I should just boil it, and I should strain it, and I should treat it like I would rice. Unfortunately, that's just not the case, because this is not the same starchy properties. It's not cooking a grain. It's cooking a vegetable. So what's nice about that, however, is that you can actually cook it in this situation. Oh, thanks,
we
guys.
Got likes and loves.
Hey.
Thanks, guys. We like and love you too.
I think the likes are over here. I think the loves are over here. That's all I'm saying.
So you're saying you can't really cook it like rice?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So what's nice about that is that I can go right into my pan right now while I have everything else cooked. Right. So I've got my onion, carrot, celery. I got that mirepoix, a little garlic. I got my chicken. Right. I'm going to add in my cauliflower. Add in my cauliflower rice. I'm just going to saute this like I would any other vegetable.
Okay.
Very, very important.
And, I had some patients tell me, like, I don't love the cauliflower stuff because I want the rice. It doesn't feel like the rice. It doesn't feel like the pizza. So, in other words, maybe you can look at it as not just a pure substitution, but just something yummy to eat.
Exactly.
Because you guys that are telling me that you like the product, but you're almost upset that it's not the real thing.
Right. Right.
But I think it's all mind over matter.
Oh, it's totally mind over matter.
You do get used to it. So what's this? This is soy sauce.
All right. Yep. So we're adding a little bit of soy. You don't need a lot, guys. Remember, soy is salty. It goes a long way. We prefer to use a low sodium soy sauce in this situation as well. Very important.
Yes. And if you do have high blood pressure, you do want to make sure that you measure these things out and lower your sodium the rest of the day.
Exactly.
Okay?
And keep in mind, too, you don't need to add as much salt as you traditionally would to a dish because we're already getting a lot of that sodium from the soy.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Change is good. Change is good.
Change is very good.
Thanks, Lynette. Oh, thank you, Galen.
All right, so we are all cooked here.
All right, and Miss Underwood, thank you for tuning in.
All right.
Okay. Oh, this is my favorite part.
All right, guys. So we've got
love-
our green onions. I love, love, love. You'll hear them called scallions, green onions, sometimes spring onions, depending on where you are.
Oh, so they're all the same thing.
Yep, they are exactly. Yep,
Okay.
spring onions, scallions,
See, I'm
green
learning
onions.
too.
So what we're going to do for our green onions here is we're going to grab, actually, let's do that first. Use that as garnish.
Okay. This means that we're eating soon,
Yes.
which is my favorite part.
All right. So for presentation, guys, again, really, really simple. You can just serve that right in the middle of the plate there. Get a little bit of height. Super simple. There we go.
And I do really wish that you guys were here right now because it smells so good. Okay. We got Chrissy in the house.
Hey, Chrissy, how are you?
Oh, Isis, Mrs. Dash is great. Yeah, I
Very
agree.
nice. Very nice.
I agree. And if you prefer that, that's
Yeah,
fine too.
absolutely.
You know, if you really can't have the soy sauce or even the low sodium soy sauce, go with the Mrs. Dash.
Yep, exactly. So it's your journey. If you prefer Mrs. Dash to a traditional salt and pepper or traditional soy sauce, by all means, please go for it.
Yeah. And I did get an interesting question from Zumba. Is liquid aminos just as good as soy?
Wow, that is a great question.
Can we
Zumba.
talk about taste first?
Sure, absolutely.
What do you think?
I think it's from a professional standpoint. I think it's close.
Yeah.
I think it's very close.
I agree.
It's not the
I
same
agree.
thing because it's never going to be the same thing. However, I think it can fool. I think it can. It's very close to a traditional soy, and it's an absolute fantastic substitution for soy sauce.
I'm going to just go ahead, blanket statement. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It has amino acids in it, which are basically the building blocks of protein. And then you also have that a little bit lower sodium and a very similar taste. I basically just said what you said.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, look at this. It's beautiful.
See, guys, super simple. We got some thinly sliced green onions here. Again, we're cutting those at a bias, just a little 45-degree angle, I should say.
Okay. And let's remind everyone about your fingers.
Yes. All right, guys. So when we're cutting, we want to look away from our hands. I'm just kidding. What we want to do. Hi.
Are we doing
All
a
right,
refit?
and we're back.
Yes.
All right. So when we're cutting, very, very important for our knife skills, guys. Knife skills are essential. They're so important. So you want to take your fingertips. You want to tuck your fingertips in. You want to feel the side of the blade go up against the side of that knuckle. That's really your guide right there. All right? So when you're cutting, remember, you want the side of the blade up against the side of your middle finger there. And you just want to go nice and slow. You can either rock your knife like this, or you can do a slicing motion and go forward. Either way, you don't want to cut like this. Keep your fingertips tucked in. Don't want to keep your hand like that. That's how you lose fingertips.
Yes. Or fingernails.
Or fingernails.
And I will say that with experience.
Yes.
So
will I, guys. So will I.
My husband does always tell me that I cut the wrong way, but it's very difficult when you have short fingers, so you really do have to practice, okay?
Yep. Go nice and slow. Take your time. There's no need to rush. All right, shall we try a little food?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Let me grab some forks here, or we can use a...
We should have brought chopsticks.
Or we-
Chopsticks are a great way to eat a little bit slower if you're having trouble with the mindful eating.
All right.
Okay.
Grab a little plate
There we
here.
go. Cheers.
All right, guys. So we'll talk about our dish real quick before we munch in.
Okay.
So we've got our chicken... Jen's like, okay.
Fine.
So tonight, guys, we prepared a delicious, healthy chicken fried cauliflower rice. It's fantastic, super simple, very quick. Really focus on that substitution. So instead of using traditional rice, you're using cauliflower rice. We made it in our RoboQ. Very straightforward, very simple process. I'd highly recommend doing it on your own. You'll be amazed how much you'll save yourself from buying traditional cauliflower.
Yes,
All right.
and it will hit the spot, I promise.
All right, let's dig in.
Okay. Perfect.
Salty, a little nutty from the sesame. Yum.
Oh, it actually tastes like a dumpling a little bit.
There you go. Exactly, right?
Yeah. Traditional Asian flavors. It's perfect. It's good for a Friday night if
Yep.
you're just staying in.
Yep.
You know, and you are so used to ordering in, you know, on a Friday night. That's my thing.
Yeah,
on a Friday night,
absolutely.
you just want to order in.
Right.
But if you prep this stuff ahead of time, you come home on a Friday, you have a family night, And you do Chinese food.
Right. And think about this too, guys, for the family. See how quick that is? That's really quick. That's really, like, this will save you. How much would you think about how much you would spend if you go out and you order from a takeout place? For the family, 25, 30, 40. We got all these ingredients right here.
So you're saving money and calories.
Saving some money, saving some calories.
Yes.
Kids will love it.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, I'll bet you $1 that your kids will like it.
I don't have that kind of money, Jim.
All right,
so let's take a little 5 minutes and see if anybody has any questions for us before we wrap up. I see some questions.
Okay. Could you add, okay, Michelle, she's asking,
Hey,
could
Michelle.
you add hoisin sauce?
You can. Yeah, you can definitely add hoisin sauce. I would only recommend be careful with hoisin as the sugar levels are a bit high in hoisin sauce. So use it sparingly.
And if you like a sauce, if you like a sauce, and you can take a picture of the nutrition label and just post it up on the comp page and either tag me or send it in an email. And anyone can really do that. And I know you can do that, but I'm just reminding everyone. So take a picture of your food labels and let me know. And I'll let you know if it's too high. I usually say for sauces, anything under 4 grams of sugar is perfect. If you can find sugar-free sauces, that's always the best bet. Okay? And Michelle, how long should the rice cauliflower cook with this dish? You don't want to overcook it.
Yep.
Yeah, how long did we cook that for?
That's a great question. So the rice cauliflower went in for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. You'll notice that's a common theme for this particular dish because, again, it's meant to be prepared a la minute. So you've really got 1 minute, 1.5 minutes for the veg because they're so thin. You've got 1 minute, 1.5 minutes for your chicken because, again, that's cut thinly. You know, you can go it can go up to 3 minutes. It takes a little bit longer typically for the chicken. And then again for the rice, we added it in real quick, and we added again another 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes.
Right,
and because it's so small, the cauliflower is so fine, it's going to cook like that. It's going to cook very, very quickly.
And I was going to say, if you use bigger pieces of cauliflower, like if you don't grind it as much, I guess you can cook it for maybe like a half a minute more or something. Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So very, very quick. And then Lynette has jokes. Chopsticks, I'd never get my protein in. So you will get your protein in, I promise. One of these days, right? And then Lisa says, I can't wait to try it.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you, Lisa. How it is.
Absolutely. You'll see the recipe up very shortly.
Oh, and Isis did ask, was the rice thawed? We did use a fresh head of cauliflower.
Yep.
So if you do thaw it, if you do get it from the grocery store,
so what do you think? I would buy it fresh. I would want to use it fresh too. So one of the challenges with freezing, especially thinly or ground up vegetables, I guess is a good way of putting it, chopped up vegetables like the cauliflower rice, is that water as it freezes is going to the water when it freezes is going to after it's thawed out, it's going to expand. So it's actually going to take away from a lot of the quality of the food, the nutrients. You're going to lose a lot by freezing. So
Would you say it gets a little watery?
Yes,
okay.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
I would say that it's not going to be as fresh and it's not going to be as good.
Okay.
So you don't want to think, oh, I'll just buy it and freeze it because it'll be okay. I would say either buy the cauliflower, make it yourself, or if you prefer, you can always buy the rice as well and use that. But I would use that 1 day, 2 days after buying it.
Okay.
It's always going to be better fresh.
Okay, that's good. Good to know. Yeah, because I think a lot of people just always go for frozen.
Yeah.
Just because it's easy and usually cheaper.
Yep.
And frozen's fine because they usually freeze it on the farm.
They're usually quick thaw. They're usually quick freeze stuff, so it's not going to last as long, or it's not going to
just isn't as
take as
good
long to freeze.
Quality.
Right.
So
and then when you thaw it out, just keep in mind that fresh is always better than frozen.
Okay.
Always.
All right, that's good. All right. I think that concludes our questions.
All right. All right, everyone.
All right, so next time, I want you guys to tune in 6 p.m., the 4th Tuesday of the month, to see more cooking demonstrations with me and
the sleeve chef myself, Michael Salomon.
And I do want to, again, give a big thank you to ABC News. They have provided us our beautiful kitchen.
Yes, thank you again so much. We really appreciate it.
And I do also want to thank the marketing department at GBMC.
Greg Schaefer, looking at you, buddy.
And Mindy
the wonderful Mindy Shiflett.
So they made this possible as well. So we do want to thank everyone for your help, and we will see you next month.
Yes, absolutely.
I would say that if you have any extra questions, you can always post it after this. So don't hesitate.
Yes, please. You're more than welcome to, please tag me. If you have food questions, I know I see a lot of tags for Jana on the GBMC comp page. She's a rock star. I see her answering questions upon questions upon questions. Guys, if you have any food questions, please feel free to tag the Sleeve Chef, or you can tag myself as well if you want. It's Michael Salomon. I'm on Facebook. Feel free to throw me a friend request. But yep, please feel free to tag the Sleeve Chef page as well. I'd be more than happy to respond to any food questions you may have.
Awesome. All right. Well, this is going to wrap it up. Our third episode. Thank you again.
Yes, thank you so much, everybody.
All right.
Have a great rest of the evening. We look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Good night, guys.